A very warm welcome to Habit 22 in our 22 life-changing habit series. So it's the final broadcast, okay? And now I'm not going to do the recap to begin with, like I usually do. I'm going to do it at the very end, where I'll recap all 22 habits, and you realise the power in this program. So habit 22, abundance mindset. Okay, now, to quote, we've put this in the guidebook, to quote Wayne Dyer, abundance is not something we acquire, but something we tune into, which is very apt with this program because it's all about vibration. Okay, it's tuning into the vibration of abundance where it flows into your life. Okay, now, feeling abundant is very, very important for health and well-being. Now, let's just talk about the buckets for a second. Now, abundance not necessarily covers finances. It can be anything. Abundance of food, friendship, love, you name it. But we're going to concentrate on finance for this one. So on our buckets chart, the top line, we haven't touched financial health once, but this one is dedicated to financial health. Top center of our buckets chart. So that's the primary bucket. Now, when it comes to finance, because the Western world, most of the world is orientated in a way where we need finances to get by. If we're struggling, it has a huge effect on our mental and emotional health. So these are the secondary buckets that go hand in hand. If we're getting by or suffering financially, it has a major impact. It really does. It really can control our life. Okay, now what we've touched on there is that this is something we tune into. So if you've watched a few of these videos, we talk about how important this vibrational chart is. If you're suffering and you're replaying it over and over in your mind, which is almost natural to do if you can't make ends meet, you're saying to the universe, more of this, please. It's almost like you're getting punished because nobody teaches you this stuff. Nobody teaches the rules. Okay, but that's what we're going to focus on. Subtle ways to turn this around, to change your mindset, change your vibration, to attract more abundance. Okay, now, a big question when it comes to finances. Now, I used to be a financial advisor for a long time. And while I was in financial services, I've talked about going bankrupt and being stitched up. So I've lost the money twice, lost everything twice to a certain degree. And that was while I was in financial services. However, I have a lot of knowledge and information around this. And I've been given the lessons, let's say the experiences, where money just flows effortlessly, and then where I seem to repel it, where it's gone and hidden, and I've lost it all. Okay, so I think that puts me in a good position to talk about this because I've seen both sides of the coin and I know which one I'd rather have. Okay, so now a lot of people will struggle financially. Let's say that the funny phrase, there's often too much month left at the end of the money. Okay, all the money's gone. Now the question I ask it's a big question, because once you understand the answer to this, it's the answer to the way around it. The question is, would more money solve all your problems? If you're struggling to make ends meet, would more money solve all your problems? Okay, it's not a trick question, but most people would answer yes. However, that's not the correct answer, because what happens is, through our upbringing and the world around us, we are conditioned around money. And what happens is we develop a subconscious blueprint around money. Now, if you're in the habit of spending everything that comes in, it doesn't matter how much money you get, you're going to spend it all, okay? Because that is your subconscious blueprint. Now, good examples of this, and we're all aware of this, is lottery winners or maybe pop stars, sports stars who have earned a fortune, millions, very quickly, and then within a few years they've lost it all and gone bankrupt. Okay, so it doesn't matter how much you give them, they get rid of it. Okay, because their subconscious blueprint, financial blueprint, is predetermined to get rid of it. Now, these blueprints are formed when we're growing up. If you're in a household where you're hearing phrases, money doesn't grow on trees, we can't afford it, and that's going in, it's forming your way of handling money. Now, consciously, you're not going to get rid of it, but what happens is subconsciously you'll find ways to just spend it. You'll attract circumstances that just gets rid of it. Now, 1 second, I'll just bring in we've actually got a financial program, which is in our academy, Ash's Money Masterclass. Now, I'll come back to this. We've dedicated 6 sections of the 17th of financial blueprint because it's that important. Okay, so when I used to talk to people on a financial level about savings, creating savings and sort of building for the future, and they were struggling to make ends meet, they would often say, money's quite tough at the moment, but we'll start saving when we can earn a little bit more. And this is where I had to stop them and say, it doesn't work that way, okay? Because if your financial blueprint isn't changed, you will always find ways to spend it. Subconsciously, you'll do this, even if you don't consciously do it because you're thinking, okay, well, I've got all the bills to pay, okay? Now, so even if all the money's going out the door every month and you can barely get by, to consciously change your financial blueprint, you have to start saving, even though you can't afford it, okay? Because what happens is you're saying, I can't afford it to the universe. When I get more money, I'll start saving. Yeah, and the universe is just going to give you circumstances to keep spending it. The moment you say, right, okay, let's put it, we can't really afford this, but we're just going to put a little bit to one side, that's where the energy changes. Now, something I'll come back to called the richest man in Babylon principle, where they say take 10% of all your earned income, the first 10%, and put it to one side for your long-term retirement fund. Do that over a couple of decades, and you'll be very, very. You can retire and live with plenty of wealth. Just 10%. Now, of course, that seems a huge amount if you're not really doing this. A huge amount of your income. People say, I don't have anything left. Now, the key is, financial advice should be just take a little bit. 1%, if you can afford 1%, 0.5%, 1/10%. But the most important thing is you start doing it, even if it's a small amount. The universe recognizes this because the energy you put in that, okay, start changing your circumstances. Now, of course, you've got to take my word. If you've suffered, you've got to take my word for this. But it's still doing it to say to the universe, okay, universe, right, you're starting to take care of money. I will now give you better circumstances so you can attract more because your vibration changes. Okay, now what I want to walk you through is the abundance mindset, because a lot of stuff goes on subconsciously, and we've got this blueprint, and we a lot of people, and I've been there, you're predisposed to get rid of it, find circumstances that get rid of it. Okay, so we need to work on that, because if you're constantly thinking, I can't make ends meet, I can't afford it, you're pushing it away. You're saying to the universe, I can't afford it, I've never got enough money, and the universe sends back circumstances to make sure you can't afford it, and you've never got enough. Okay, because that's how it works. This is what we've been talking about through all the advanced habits. Okay, so there's only one way around this. It's to change the mindset to go the opposite way, to feel abundant. If you've watched a few of these videos, you know everything is about thoughts, corresponding feelings of what you do want. Because at all times, your vibration is saying to the universe, more of this, please. Okay, so if we can create an abundance feeling within, we're telling the universe, okay, we're feeling abundant, give us these circumstances so we can feel more of it. Okay, now I've got 3 simple exercises to do, which they're all in the guidebook. Now, the very first one, I just grabbed my wallet, because I've done this for a few years. Very first one is to get £100, minimum of 100. I've had this in my wallet for probably 5 years or more. So you see there's 5 £20 notes, and that goes in the back section of my wallet. So you put it in your wallet, in your purse, 100 quid, and it's not for spending. The idea is that everywhere you go, you've got that £100, so you're feeling wealthy. So every time you touch your purse, your wallet, and you go out, you're thinking, I've got 100 quid, I could book a nice hotel, mid-range hotel for the evening. I could go out for a lavish meal. I could go and buy some really decent clothes. I could jump on the train and go and have a day out. £100 will give you quite a decent return, however you want to spend it. So the key here is, each time you touch your wallet, you think, I've got £100, I could spend it on this, but you're going to keep the discipline not doing it. You're thinking of what you could do. It's like you're getting the vibrational advantage of spending money that you don't spend. Okay, so it's having it there to think, well, I could do that, could do that, could do that. You're thinking about what you would like as opposed to can't afford it. Okay, very simple, very subtle. And all it is if you can put more than 100 in there, put it in there. A couple of 100, okay, because you're feeling abundant every time you touch it. And you could have many, many things, but you're choosing not to through discipline, but you enjoy the feeling of abundance, that I could do this, I could do that. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is what we call the prosperity game. Now, I've done this as well, where you take either a spreadsheet, if you've got one on the computer, or you take a notebook. Quite simply, this is imaginary money I'm going to give you. On day one, so write it, concurrent days, 1 to 365, if you want to do this for a year. The longer you do it, the more effect it has. You go, on day one, you got imaginary £1,000 that you've got to spend. Okay, on day 2, you get 2,000, day 3, 3,000, day 4, 4,000, day 5, 5,000. So day 35, you get 35,000. Now, you can spend it on anything you want, but you can only spend up to 25% of each one. So you've got to divide it at least 4 ways every day. Now, all you're doing here is, for £1,000, you might say, okay, right, I'm going to buy myself a load of new clothes. I'm going to treat the family to a weekend away. I'm going to give a load to charity, whatever. Then on the second day, 2,000, you do the same. Now, what it focuses you to do, you've got to think of nice ways to spend the money. It's like you've got to get rid of it. It's just a game, just a prosperity game. It's all imaginary. But as each day goes by, the amount gets bigger. So on day 135, you've got 135,000 to spend. So now you think, okay, right, I'll get myself a BMW and I'll give 30,000 to charity. And what it does, it raises your vibration because you're focusing on all the good stuff. And you've really got to think about it because the amounts get bigger. Over a year, you're dealing with 66 million in imaginary money. But you're focusing on what you want. It's fun to do. Your vibration goes up and you're saying to the universe, yeah, all these good things. You're dwelling on the nice things and spending it rather than the lack. Very simple to do. Give it a go. Okay, I've done both. I always carry the money around. I've done that exercise on a spreadsheet. And yeah, you've got to stop and think, okay, what am I going to do? Yeah, you're giving it away, but you've got to divide it up and give it to more people. So you become very charitable in your with this imaginary money and these imaginary donations. And it feels good. It feels really good. And we all know how important feeling good is to raise your vibration. Okay, so that's the first two. The third one is something me and Stephen advise people with numerology. Now, in numerology, there's only 9 numbers, and number 8 is the number of abundance. If you turn on its side, it's infinity. Flows, money flows. So we tell people to take a piece of paper and just write the number 8 on it. See, that one's a bit grubby now. I've had it in my wallet for that long. Stick it in your wallet or your purse, and also put number 8 on everything connected to finance. Now I'll show you my computer if you can see that. You can see the live on screen, number 8. Okay, we do it for everything. So that's the abundance. It increases the abundance frequency around you. Now something else we also do is we fold money. We teach people to fold money like this. Hide the queen. Okay, because money just circulates around the planet. That means it's going to come back to you. So fold it in half. So every note I receive, I fold it in half. Each time you're doing it, you're thinking of abundance because you're thinking, right, it comes back to me. Okay, so it's getting you to naturally focus on having more of it. Okay, that one is very, very simple. So just take that number 8, write it, handwrite it, number 8 on a piece of paper, stick it. I've got it on the back on the phone. You can't see it through the camera. I've got it on my laptop. I've got it in my wallet. Everything connected to money, I have that number 8. Okay, and each time you see it, it reminds you. Okay, and you just raise your vibration that little bit. Okay, so we've got 3 very, very easy and simple ways to to create an abundance mindset. First one is very easy. So with 100 quid, and each time you're going out, you'll feel it. You're thinking what you could spend your money on, but you're choosing not to. Okay. The number 8 is very, very simple. The imaginary game, prosperity game, is good fun. It takes a little bit of effort where you, once a day, it's just a habit. Take a couple of minutes a day, have fun with it. Spreadsheet, notebook, where you spend this imaginary money. Because what it does, all of them, it reminds you, feel abundant, and that's what you're putting out there. Do this over a period of time and you'll naturally start to raise your, let's say, abundance quotient. Feel good about it and say to the universe, more of this, please. Okay, so that's what we talk about, tuning in to the abundance. Okay, right. So now we're going to move on to the action steps. Now, in the program, we'll put a lot more information, a lot of financial stuff I've got, knowledge, I'll put it in there. But now we'll go to the books first. Now, we've got 2 here. One I've mentioned, Richest Man in Babylon. Now, I've lent my copy to somebody. Oh, almost lost me, guys like that. I've lent my copy, I don't know where it is, but a brilliant book. Principle, take 10% of all you earn, invest it wisely, and you'll retire very wealthy. Have a good life. But so I would highly recommend it, those principles. So Richest Man in Babylon. The second one is T. Harv Eker, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Think rich to get rich, and that's the key. Think rich. Okay, it's all about what goes on here, the abundance. It's not about the amount, it's how you think about money is half the game, which fits in with everything, because it's all about your emotions and your feeling around money. And there's a third one I'm going to throw in. Brilliant, I think, for very inspirational book for women, especially women in any sort of business. We Should All Be Millionaires, Rachel Rodgers. A Woman's Guide to Earning More, Building Wealth and Gaining Economic Power. Very, very good. She talks a lot about health and well-being, how it's important, yeah, it's very inspirational. Highly recommend it. Okay, the action steps on this one. This won't all relate here because there's a lot more in the guidebook, but it's have a thorough review of your financial affairs to see what funds you can free up. Consider using professional advice. Switch to set up a percentage-based investment savings plan you contribute to every month, and make sure you regularly reward spoil yourself. Something that I used to advise people, doesn't matter what your circumstances are like, you must start to have a little bit goes to one side. I do this because I used to advise on this every week, every Friday. I sit down, sort the week out with my business, who owes me what, chase money, put it all down, summarize everything, and then 10%, I just log online and switch 10% to my savings account. Okay, so it's the first 10%. Now, if you can't do 10, do 5, do 1, do 0.5%, but it's just getting that momentum. It's a very, very good habit, and over time it takes on a bit of power, and you'll find you can do more and more. Okay, so that's the Richest Man in Babylon principle. Use the mindset tools to develop your abundance mindset. So the 3 tools we've talked about, I'll put them here for you. So it's the full wallet purse, the 100 quid. If you do more, even better. Prosperity game, spreadsheet, piece of paper, just spend it every day, imaginary money. And you'll notice you feel good doing it because you're focusing on as though it was real. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between something vividly imagined and the real thing. Okay, so it treats it and it raises your vibration. And then use the number 8 numerology recommendation. Okay, so those are the 3 methods. And regularly check your finances to make sure they are working as best as they can for you. Okay, so that summarizes habit 22, abundance mindset. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a recap of the whole program, all 22 habits. So habit 1 was optimal hydration. Most important habit of all because it fuels your body. We're made of 70% water. We need plenty of water. Habit 2, earthing. You're connecting to the beautiful healing power of nature. Habit 3, intermittent fasting, which is discipline around your eating windows. Wonderful multiple benefits, health benefits for the body. 4, optimal breathing, deep breathing. Phenomenal benefits for putting you in a relaxed state. It's so underrated breathing techniques. Okay, deep nasal breathing as much as you can. 5 is quality sleep. Sleep recharges our batteries. Okay, so having good discipline and getting a good amount of sleep every night. With some very bad habits creeping into modern day life, but good 8 hours more if possible, and removing all devices. Habit 6, regular laughter. We're predisposed to feel good, the happiness chemicals, and we all love a good laugh, a good hearty laugh. Do it as often as you can to feel good. 7, good gut health. Most disease starts in the gut. Okay, it's like your second brain. Very important to look after your gut health. 8 is regular basic exercise. We're built to move, and when we move, it floods our bodies with the good stuff. We get some of the happiness chemicals. Okay, and we all know it's very good for our health, and it's very good for anti-aging. Number 9 is meditation. If we do it with our eyes closed, which most meditations do, we're unplugging our senses, and we're going deep, where a lot of rejuvenation and resetting of the mind goes. Very, very powerful. Habit 10, quality nutrition. Okay, we only get 1 meat suit per lifetime. The better we look after it, the better it will look after us. Quality food, close to nature as possible. A little bit of good stuff, but concentrate more on having high quality foods to nourish your body. Habit 11, the best of all, is regular orgasms. Okay, you're bathing in your own divinity. The health benefits, rejuvenating benefits of an orgasm are phenomenal. The things it triggers in the body, okay, and it feels wonderful. And you get to the top of that chart. Go there as often as you possibly can. I would recommend you go there as often as you possibly can. Okay, so that's the essential habits, the first 11. Now, they're mainly for the physical body and your physical well-being. The advanced habits, number 12 is 100% responsibility. That's where your power lies to change things. You're getting away from victim mode and you're stepping into your power, mental clarity, mental integrity, and that's where you can change your life for the good. Habit 13 is emotional freedom, where we're offloading all the emotional baggage that we accumulate on life's journey. Okay, maybe the demons, the traumas, or just the stuff weighing us down. And weighing us down is perfect description, because as we offload it, we feel a lot lighter. Okay, very, very important habit. Habit 14 is emotional release tools. These are tools to help with 13, the two go hand in hand, and also to help you get through day-to-day stuff when things trigger your anxiety and tension rises, where you can just deal with it very quickly with a very simple, powerful tools. Habit 15, authenticity and values. This is reevaluating your life so you recognize your values and then start to weave them into your life, so you're living a life of motivation and enthusiasm. Your days are filled with more joy than misery, because you're living the stuff that makes your soul, your light shine through. Habit 16, self-esteem and self-confidence. You're building some good inner state, so you're feeling good, you're feeling more confident. It helps you engage more with the world. Okay, so those first 5 are very good foundation levels. Then we get to the good stuff, the good vibration stuff. Habit 17 is feel good now. The universe responds to your vibration, which is effectively feeling, emotional feelings. So the better you feel, the better events and circumstances you attract back into your life. Okay, so we're using 17, feel good now, to set a feel good default setting in your body, so you go there as often as you possibly can, and you're always looking to feel good in all circumstances. 18, positive expectation. We're rewiring your mind to expect the best because it makes you feel good and vibrate higher. Habit 19, programming for success. So all the important stuff you've got coming up in your life, you're mentally and emotionally rehearsing how you want it to go. Not so much trying to influence the outcome, you're rehearsing the way you want it to feel. Because 17, 18, 19 are the powerhouses, and you're saying to the universe, more of this feeling, please, so it can give you back events and circumstances to give you more of that lovely, wonderful feeling. Habit 20, gratitude and appreciation. You're recognizing all the good things around you, around your life, and around as you go about your day, because it makes you feel good, and you're saying to the universe, more of this, please. Okay, so that's the icing. And 21 is socially connecting. We're social bunnies by nature, and when we connect with others, deeply connect, we feel wonderful. It nourishes the soul. Very important to have good relationships with the world around you, the people around you. And habit 22, abundant mindset. We all want abundance, and it's something that we tune into by thinking the best, thinking on a level that brings more of it in to us. Rather than thinking lack, we naturally start thinking more, so the universe can give us opportunities and circumstances so we can have more. Okay, those are the 22 habits. Now here you can see here's the Advanced Program Guidebook, 179 pages. Understanding, that's what it puts together, all the studies, all the research, consciously have an understanding. Some of these are so obvious, you already know them. That's the key, is the understanding, then you're doing the action steps to form the habits into your subconscious. So get them in your subconscious, do it enough times and keep doing it, and then it becomes a fixed habit, and then it becomes more effortless. How long do you do it for? Forever, or for as long as you want to feel good, feel vibrant, feel really healthy. If you get bored, you can always stop. Okay, but think about this. The whole point of the program is the essential habits to make your body feel good, and the advanced habits to make you vibrate as high as you possibly can. So why would you not want to do this forever? Because it feels very, very good in your body, in your mind, in your vibration, and the world around you will start to change. This is what they talk about the inner work in the spiritual circles, and this is the law of attraction built in to a health program. Okay, it's all about vibration. Now, how to get this? It's there, it's free. As we've said many times, there's an option to donate, but there's no obligation. I'm just going to show you on my screen how to do this, just in case you're wondering. vibranthealth.me.uk. Front page, you might recognise this fellow there. Hopefully you can see this clearly. If you go to the Academy, you see in the Academy, if you scroll down, we've got 5 programs. First one, advanced program is what we've done, the 22 habits. Click on learn more. It's a bit of a sales page there. You scroll to the bottom, you see we put a value on it, but you don't pay anything. Advanced program access. That takes you to a donation page, but you don't have to. Scroll to the bottom, let it catch you up. Program access. So all you're doing, go to the bottom of each page, and then you should come to, basically you come to the Kajabi platform, which I think I've overloaded it. Yeah, where you sign in, email, name, it will ask you for a password, and then what happens is, this is an educational platform, access now, and you're in, and you'll see the advanced program is 30 lessons, 30 videos, workbook, everything. You see me and Stephen there, and we'll walk you through so you can watch these as many times as you want to. Okay, and the financial one, in the Academy, there's one here, 198 pages, 17 powerful money concepts, principles, tips, strategies to help you transform your financial future. It's one you can dip in, dip out, choose what's relevant to you. First 6 are purely financial blueprint to help you build your blueprint. It's all there. All the work's done. It's there. You can just take it, help yourself. Yeah, we really want to get this information out there to generally help people. Okay, that's it. This is the 24th and final broadcast covering 22 life-changing habits. Hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen and will put it to good use. And that's the most important thing, that you start to use this information. Okay, just leaves me to say, Debbie and Jill, you've been with us from day one all the way through, which is phenomenal. Really appreciate the effort you've put in to watch all these live series. Okay, I won't take any more of your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and thank you very much for watching.